Good evening and welcome to The Frame, brought to you by Access Framingham. My name is Brendan Fitzpatrick. We begin tonight with major developments regarding local health care as nurses at Framingham Union Hospital voted to form a union on Wednesday. By a vote of 188 to 37, nurses at the hospital, which is a part of the Metro West Medical Center system, approved the motion to join the Massachusetts Nurses Association, which is the state's largest union for registered nurses. A total of 278 nurses initiated the process back in September by seeking union representation. Now the MNA is primed to represent the medical professionals in collective bargaining efforts, though the results still have to be certified by the National Labor Relations Board, according to the MNA. Kelly Cutler is a nurse who works on the med surgery telemetry floor at Metro West Medical Center, a job she's had for more than 7 years. Kelly, alongside many other local nurses, have expressed worries regarding safety, pay scales, and staffing retention as motivation behind their decision to back the union efforts.
I really think a union would help with these things and help retain good, experienced nurses and also have the ability to onboard more nurses that will want to stay at the hospital and make it a safer and better place.
Back in November, the MNA's president, Katie Murphy, accused Tenet Healthcare Corp., the company based in Texas that owns Metro West Medical Center and its subsidiary sites, of delaying the election on purpose and, quote, trying to strip nurses of their right to vote, end quote. Just days prior to the start of 2024, the Framingham City Council was prompted to unanimously call upon Tenet to permit the union vote. As of the time of this recording, Metro West Medical Center has not responded to our request for comment on the union matter. With that also comes another development related to local health care, as leaders of Metro West Medical Center and Tenet will be attending the January 16th City Council meeting this upcoming Tuesday, according to the council's chair, Phil Ottaviani. District 6's councilor made the announcement on Tuesday that CEO of Metro West Medical Center, John Whitlock, will be joined by Carolyn Jackson, Tenet CEO for the Massachusetts market, at the Memorial Building that evening. During that same meeting in December where they called for the union election to be held, the City Council also unanimously voted to call upon brass from Tenet to attend a public meeting this month. That came following months of concerns aired by city officials, healthcare professionals, and local residents. Multiple citizens have protested what they've seen as degrading medical services in Framingham, including the closure of the Metro West Wellness Center's therapy pools along Route 9. In a statement, Ottaviani said, quote, "We had residents raise some concerns about Framingham Union Hospital / Metro West Medical Center at several of our meetings in late 2023. I'm looking forward to a robust discussion on the hospital and the care it provides to our residents." That meeting on Tuesday will begin at 7 p.m. Residents are invited to attend in person, while they also have the option to watch it on the Framingham Government Channel, the City Council's Facebook page, or on Zoom. In the wake of that major union vote, and as the local medical center's head is set to attend that upcoming meeting, Metro West Medical Center has also announced that they're holding hiring events later this month. Prospective applicants can attend the events at their medical arts building and submit their resume. Networking and interviewing opportunities will be available for attendees. RNs, technicians, physical therapists, and other positions are being publicized by the organization. A tech specialty event will be held from 1 to 3 p.m. on January 23rd, and a new grad RN event will take place on the 24th from noon to 2 p.m. Meanwhile, proposed parking and traffic regulations across the city was the topic of the Framingham Traffic Commission's public meeting on Tuesday. Those regulations have not been changed in 35 years, so Traffic Commission members have been tasked with drafting alterations for the public right-of-way that could potentially go into effect.
We'll take all the comments that we have, and some of them have come in writing, some tonight. Yeah. And we'll discuss them and try to incorporate them if they, if we think, into the next version of the draft. Hopefully the next version will be a final version, yeah. But depending upon the amount of comments we get and what needs to be discussed and reviewed.
35 years ago, there was the number of stop signs, the number of traffic signals. A lot of things were very different And what we've tried to do is bring that document up to current times, make it as complete as possible with the intent of one-stop shopping.
Perhaps the most notable proposal was the ban of any commercial vehicles parking overnight within Framingham. The pitch dictates that any commercial vehicle, trailer, or semi-trailer with a commercial license plate would not be permitted to park between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. from Monday through Saturday, with that same rule in effect on Sunday for 24 hours. Vehicles actively performing services such as utility work or plumbing would be exempt from the law, as would public works vehicles like fire trucks, police vehicles, and ambulances that are in the line of duty. During the public comment session, some residents suggested an expansion of those banned hours, citing issues in navigating the downtown area. Others proposed establishing neighborhood passes for those living in that area with commercial vehicles. A common thread from the public in attendance on Tuesday, however, a desire for more enforcement of traffic and parking regulations that are already in effect. Multiple residents spoke about seeing more enforcement of noise, parking, and other traffic rules, as commission members noted that enforcement has been a major focus of theirs throughout the process.
I think it's about enforcement, and I think as a neighborhood, I came here to say we can help you. If it's something we need to go to our city councilors and say we need more money for enforcement. If that's something we need to do, we need to write letters. I'm the past president of the Coburnville Tripoli Neighborhood Association. We're always happy to write letters from our little small but mighty neighborhood group.
Other potential changes in the draft included raising the price for an annual residential parking sticker up from $20 to $25, along with a requirement for sticker holders to provide proof of residency in the city. Citizen petitions for intersectional changes, like altering crosswalks or stop signs, would also be permitted through a minimum of 10 residential signatures. After the Traffic Commission adopts their final draft, potential changes will be passed on to the City Council. If they approve those changes, Mayor Charlie Sositsky could then accept them. Speaking of the mayor, Sositsky announced that he's making it a goal to hold community meetings in all 9 districts across the city in 2024. During these meetings, he said he's looking to hear from residents about issues specific to their neighborhoods, adding that he believes these events will be able to get citizens more involved in the civic process. The year-long effort will begin in District 9 on January 18th, next Thursday, at the Pelham Lifelong Learning Center along 2nd Street. There, the mayor stated that updates on projects such as the Arlington Street Park redesign and the cleanup of Mary Dennison Park will be provided, as Public Works Director Bob Lewis and Parks and Recreation Director Jim Snyder have been requested by Sositsky to attend, alongside District 9's City Councilor Tracy Bryant and School Committee member William Labarge. That meeting will be held from 5:30 to 7 p.m. We welcome you to check out our website at www.theframe.news, where we have much more details on those stories and more. From need-to-know announcements to events going on around the city, you can log on there to stay in the loop. You can also sign up for our newsletter on the website to keep in touch with The Frame throughout the week. And if you've got a tip for us, email us at theframe@accessfram.tv, or you can give us a call to our tip line, 508-216-0003. With the start of the new year, 2 newcomers have begun their service on the City Council, Leslie White Harvey of District 8 and Brandon Ward of District 2. Ward took a visit to our studio recently for an exclusive interview to discuss his newly elected position and what he has in mind heading into 2024. This is our weekly focus.
I state your name, do solemnly swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance.
I had the opportunity to run for this city council seat, which was kind of a continuation of a lot of work I've already been doing the last 2 years since I moved back to Framingham. I've served on the board of Downtown Framingham Inc. and Friends of Saxonville, and also on the school committee for Keith Tech. And so this seemed like a no-brainer to try to have a larger impact in the community.
Now that you are a part of the City Council, what are some of the main topics that you're really looking forward to addressing for your constituents as well as everyone else across Framingham?
Yeah, well, I mean, so some are, projects that are already underway in Framingham and that I'm really looking forward to supporting. I am someone who cares a lot about public education. I went through the Framingham public school system. I've served on the Keith Tech school committee, and I'm really excited to continue to support our public schools. and give kids in Framingham the best chance to succeed. Framingham's an incredible community because I think it's really an incredible reflection of like the best of what America is. It's very diverse, ethnically, racially, socioeconomically, and that creates a really great learning environment for kids. And so to be able to continue to support our schools, to be able to prioritize funding universal pre-K, those are all things I'm really excited about. I think more on like a community level, representing Saxonville and Knobscott, I'm like really excited to support local quality of life projects. So the Bruce Freeman Rail Trail is one I'm really excited to support, continue to support upgrades to the Constituent Rail Trail and the Carroll Getchell Trail. There's a lot of cool park projects that are underway. We just redid the tennis courts at Winch Park, but Reardon Park is like on the docket to hopefully be redone with Community Preservation Act funds in the next couple of years. And Danforth Park is also one that's on my to-do list. And then I would say just a little more broad is I'm looking forward to continuing to support small businesses and economic development, because new growth in the community is what's going to allow Framingham to remain affordable. By having strong economic growth will limit the amount we'll have to tax the residents. And so I do some of that work already through my role with Downtown Framingham Inc., but I'm excited to think about how do we innovatively and creatively support culture and business in Saxonville. And so there's a growing and thriving artist community in the Mill, which people should know about and take advantage of. And I've already started conversations around what it would look like to turn Saxonville into a state designated cultural district to continue to drive funding and interest into that community. So yeah, those are a couple of things I'm like really excited to get to work on, and yeah, hope to have support of the rest of the city council on.
Now you're sworn in, now you're officially part of the council. Looking forward into the new year and to the beginning of your term, are there any initiatives or programs you're looking to set up to ensure that more members of the public, more members of your constituency are able to participate in the civic process?
Yeah, so I think there's like two ways to look at that. Like one is like, the citywide, like how do we make the process more transparent and inclusive as a city? And then like, how do I do that? How do I get, solicit opinions and advice from people in the community for me personally? So, citywide, I was really excited to see the mayor announce this week that he's going to go do, district meetings. So go to all 9 districts in the next year and sit down with constituents. That's great. Obviously, being able to do, to join any of those meetings via Zoom is, one of those hidden benefits of the pandemic. It creates so much more accessibility and opportunity for people to participate in our civic process. For me personally, one of my goals is to not stop knocking on doors. And so to be able to go out still once or twice a month and knock on doors is something I intend to do. I'm also just starting a newsletter for District 2, though anyone is able to join. And it'll talk about, not only some of the things I'm working on, but what are the things that are on the horizon for the city council, and hopefully be able to preview things that I think are important and that members of the public should know about and get involved on. And so that's one thing I'm doing. And then I'm also intending to hold at least monthly, if not bi-monthly, office hours. I'm really excited to tackle this role. It's a real honor. And yeah, as someone who's spent time working in government and at Harvard Kennedy School, the School of Government, it's something that I believe deeply in. And so that process is one that's very humbling for me, but it's also one where I'm really excited to work with others. So if you have ideas or concerns or opportunities you think the city should be focusing on, please reach out.
Brandon Ward, the new District 2 City Councilor. Again, thank you for coming into the studio today. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Brandon.
And that full interview with District 2 City Councilor Brandon Ward can be found by visiting our website. A reminder now that you can find us on social media as well. We're on Instagram and X. The handle for both is @FrameNews_. Follow us there for daily updates and tag us when you're out in the community. Subscribe to the Access Framingham channel on YouTube and hit the bell icon to be notified when new Frame episodes go up every week. And check us out on Facebook simply by searching for The Frame. It's time now to take a look at our weather forecast for the next few days. Friday is shaping up to be nice and sunny during the day, with highs in the low 40s and lows in the low 30s. As we move into Friday night and towards Saturday, however, we can expect some rain and even a possibility of some thunderstorms It will be windy according to the National Weather Service, with southeast winds at around 18 to 26 miles an hour. Highs in the mid-50s on Saturday and lows cooling back down to the upper 20s. Sunday calls for mostly sunny skies with highs in the mid-30s and lows in the low 40s. Winds could be at around 20 to 24 miles an hour to wrap up the weekend as well. Between the snow, wind, and rain, we've had an eventful week of weather here in Framingham, so the city encourages you to register your email or cell phone with their Notify Me system, where you can get important storm updates going forward, among other notifications from the city, like public works notices and emergency alerts. You can head to framinghamma.gov to learn more. The city did activate their Emergency Operations Center Wednesday night ahead of the heavy rain and winds. The city's Emergency Operations Center phone number is 508-532-5800. City officials recommend that you call that number to report incidents like downed trees, power lines blocking roads, or flooding in your basement. Shifting gears to what else is happening in Framingham and moving back to the City Council now, as Chair Phil Ottaviani has named the members of the Temporary Rules Committee and the Finance Subcommittee. Ottaviani and Vice Chair Tracy Bryant of District 9 will be on the Temporary Rules Committee, which will be reviewing the City Council's rules and the makeup of its subcommittees. At-large Councilor Janet Liam Bruno, Christine Long of District 1, and District 4's Michael Cannon will be on that Temporary Rules Committee as well. Cannon will also be on the Finance Subcommittee, alongside at-large Councilor George King, Adam Steiner of District 3, District 5's Novel Alexander, and Leora Malik of District 7. One of the first matters they'll be tasked with addressing is Mayor Sisitsky's request to raise the salary for the vacant city accountant position, a motion he made during the January 1st City Council meeting. City officials also gave their farewell to Paul Gilday at the turn of the new year, as the Deputy Chief of the Framingham Fire Department has retired. After initially joining back in 1988, Gilday was part of the department for over 35 years, having served as the Deputy Fire Chief since 2012. Alongside his service as a firefighter, he was noted by the city for his efforts in aiding the department's annual toy drive. Chief Michael Dutcher saluted his colleagues, stating, quote, "Paul's personality will be missed. I wish him all the best in a long and happy retirement." Previously on The Frame, we showed you a story produced by students from Framingham State University about a local bakery. And tonight we're wrapping up with another student piece from FSU, this time about the Danforth Art Museum. FSU works closely with Access Framingham, your local media center right here in the city. Their initiative to establish creative opportunities in broadcast television and video production to community members makes its connection to FSU students an important one. We're excited to be able to share with you the hard work those students have created. Let's take a look.
I'm Jessica Rossio, and I'm the director and curator at the Danforth Art Museum at Framingham State University. As the director, I'm responsible for all the administrative operations at the museum and supervising the museum staff. And as the curator, I am responsible for the exhibition programming and all that comes with kind of getting all of the exhibitions on view, helping to build the collection with the collections manager. They're two very distinct positions, but at university art museums, they often overlap. In the museum, we have 3 rounds of exhibitions every year, 3 rotating groups of shows. So when we have those exhibitions, we have an opening reception, which is open to the public. We have a lot of programming related to the exhibitions. We usually have the artists come in and give a talk, and this fall all of the artists are at some point coming in and talking about their work. We try to do that for every exhibition if we can. We have a Drinks at the Danforth program, which is a night of art making with a cocktail to match up with that. We have a brunch at the Danforth, which is a weekend brunch, usually accompanied by a lecture. We have tours, we have a monthly drop into art. And then in the art school upstairs, we offer community art classes for children and adults. And those happen year round. And we also do workshops upstairs. So it's kind of a pretty constant offering of programming, whether it's related to the exhibitions or related to art making. It started in 1975, and we used to be located in downtown Framingham. And we were located in downtown Framingham from 1975 until 2016. This building was renovated and we reopened in 2019. So the Danforth has been around as an entity for almost 50 years, but we've only been in this building and as part of FSU and this iteration of ourselves since 2019. It's a growing and evolving relationship, in that we have more students here working in visitor services and working in the art school, and we're starting a tour program with students giving tours. We have classes come in, we have interns and fellows working with the collection, and we have a yearly program with the fashion design and retailing department in relation to their senior portfolio. We show artists from throughout New England. There are 3 very separate solo exhibitions of artists working across media, but all of them together speak to themes of kind of courage and resilience, and how kind of the artistic process fosters empathy with both artists and visitors and viewers. That there aren't a lot of places in the area that focus on the artists in their own backyard, and we do. So I really like to hope that we're a cultural force for Framingham, for Metro West, for the university.
And we'd like to say thank you to Carly Paul and Malia Shields for providing that story to us, and to their professor Niall Stevens for working to continue Access Framingham's partnership with FSU. Access Framingham does have internship opportunities available for this winter and the spring of 2024. They welcome you to reach out for more information. You can call the station directly at 508-875-5434. It's because of Access Framingham that we're able to bring you our coverage here at the Frame. Access Framingham is an independent nonprofit 501c3 that provides low to no cost training in creative opportunities in broadcast television, podcasting, animation, and video making. All residents, students, organizations, and businesses in the city are eligible to become members. Whether you're looking to learn something new, host your own show, be around creative people, or get more involved in your community, you can join Access Framingham today by visiting www.accessfram.tv. Access Framingham can be found on RCN Channel 3, RCN HD Channel 1100, Comcast Channel 9, and Verizon Channel 43. That will be it for this week's Framingham News in Focus. For everyone here at the Frame, we'd like to thank you for spending time with us tonight. My name is Brendan Fitzpatrick. We'll talk to you next week. Take care.